welcome everyone to Manifest an Unlimited Reality for Boundless Business. And this week's live stream will unveil the secrets to creating an unlimited reality in the world of entrepreneurship. So we want you to join us, grab a notebook, take some notes. We're going to spark a lot of ideas. And because we're going to explore the fundamental code that shapes success, where the cumulative effect of your daily choices and actions propel you towards boundless opportunities. We'll dive into the power of positive actions consistently repeated over time and discover how these actions serve as the building blocks for transformative results, empowering you to manifest a reality of absolute unlimited potential. We'll hone you the keys to enhancing your success journey. It's time to cultivate that infinity mindset, develop a positive attitude, resilience, and gratitude as you navigate the challenges of the entrepreneurial world. We want you to embody the spirit of a wealthy business person, overcoming obstacles and attracting abundant opportunities on your path to boundless business prosperity. Embrace the Infinity Matrix philosophy that demands consistency and unwavering commitment to your personal greatness, even when your reality isn't showing the results you desire right away. You'll remain plugged into your vision and persist in your pursuits and watch as boundless business success unfolds before your eyes. So welcome to Hacking the Infinity Matrix, Manifest an Unlimited Reality for Boundless Business. And as you're joining us and tuning in, please go ahead and let us know in the comments where you're listening from, the city, the country. Let's all welcome each other as part of this awesome global community that we've created. And feel free to drop any comments or questions during the stream. And I encourage you to be as interactive as possible, and you'll get more out of it if you are that way. So now for those of you who are here now, we'd love it if you could help us out to see what kind of global reach we have, and also to see the expansive, diverse global community that is here. So let us know what city, what country, some even a landmark. Just get creative. We encourage you to like and comment and be as bold and play full out. And if we can't get to your comments during the stream, Gary and myself will circle back around afterwards and we'll definitely give you some answers there. So got some great news though. So we're so excited. I said, today we've already announced the starting date for the new Expand Beyond Business Mastery, a 5-step solution to level up empowered businesses. And it starts on June 6th. That's the date. So put it in your calendar. You want to catch every minute of this boot camp. And as a matter of fact, you can consider today's live stream and the next episodes as a kind of prequel to what you'll learn, the powerful material that we'll be covering. And today's not a commercial. It's just the usual level of our trainings, but just more intense. So if you're liking what you see today, then I want you to drop a hashtag bootcamp in the comments, and we'll DM you a free upgrade to the Zoom or the VIP Zoom meeting training. So, and that's where you're going to get one-on-one. You're not going to just listening to a talking head. You're going to get basically interaction directly with us. So for now, we suggest that you also join our private community of people who are serious about showing up to make a difference in their lives and the lives of those they support and love. So we pinned a link at the top of the comments to join our Facebook group, The Infinity Matrix. And you'll get to mingle with over 8,500 like-minded individuals. Plus, you'll get the opportunity to join our VIP list and get exclusive VIP content only, and the bonuses from time to time. Just check out that link and make sure that you answer all 3 questions, because we won't let anyone in if they aren't serious enough to answer 3 questions. So let's get busy and see what we can just pull out of our brains today. So to start off, I really want to make it very clear And I think a lot of you watching already know this, but it's different, business, that is. Whether you are a business owner, a manager, or an employee, think about how nice it would be, just how nice it would be to take the strain out of going to work, dealing with people, problems, supply issues, and the never-ending hassles and upsets. Just think about it. Don't worry, I'm not selling any online work from home deal or anything like that. but I am pitching an idea, a concept that really only a small percentage of people actually practice and flourish through its use. But first, let's do a deep dive into doing business in 2023 and beyond. Let's have a discussion about your business, your job, your profession. For that matter, your life, as they're all connected, Each is a strand, a thread of consciousness within the cosmic tapestry, weaving in and out of your reality, each affecting the other in either a positive or a negative fashion, based only on what you choose to allow. So to be clear, since we're all discussing the career dimensions of your life, we're really talking about wealth here, right? Because wealth these days it's kind of taken on some rather negative connotations that may or may not be hindering you in your business or your profession. And believe it or not, all of this makes a tremendous difference in your ability to excel. You hear the term glass ceiling as it's used as a limitation on your earning or growth potential. But there's also another ceiling, the invisible ceiling. It's the one that your subconscious mind defines for you. Now, its definitions may not be yours on a conscious level, or at the very least, ones you are aware of, but they exist nevertheless. This definition can be considered a compilation of your past experiences, family, friends, teachers, mentors, and social interactions. Thousands and thousands of experiences and perceptions, all presenting different definitions revolving around wealth for those who create it. A series of interactions and definitions sorted through your filters, mixed up, shuffled, and arbitrarily stacked upon each other to create your subconscious's belief systems around wealth. Some people are very fortunate to have someone wise and experienced to tutor them through this learning process, helping them sort through the properly define as they grow. And while most others do not, and they become a victim of the whims and the interpretations of the others around them. Your goal here may be to get out of the 9 to 5 if you choose. Although the term, again, 9 to 5 is another contrived definition, said to be that of a modern slavery. Obviously not the horrific slavery that history has experienced, but it's considered to as many as like a modern wage slavery, punching the clock, limiting or capping income. But now all of us live in the age of infinite leverage and leveraging your mind, where you can move mountains if you have the right mindset and had someone to show you the right things to do. For example, Elon Musk doesn't have more hours in the week than anybody else. He simply creates a better hour, maximizes the time, applying his knowledge far more wisely than most. Yes, he creates a better hour for himself. He creates it. Many experts imply his omnipotence as if he were a god, and if he had infinite knowledge. he wouldn't actually need to, if he had infinite knowledge, he wouldn't actually need to work. He could actually just, just flick his fingers and flick a particle of sand. And because he would just know it was going to hit all the other particles, and that whatever happened because he willed it, he created it. Because he may just know how everything is entangled with everything else. So there you have it. Knowledge is literally power. And the way you learn and advance in the modern world is through knowledge and leveraging of that knowledge. It's not through work. It's through the infinity matrix. So you want to be a knowledge athlete. If you want to earn, not a physical athlete, those we put in the showrooms like the Olympics or so they can show off or do it for the fun or for the health. But it's not that way when you actually create and gain wealth. So to create wealth requires a couple of principles. To create a framework of 3 things. And the first thing that you need is to have a specific knowledge, knowing how to do something that other people don't know how to do and can't obviously be trained to do it. So how do you learn it? What is a specific knowledge of you? Examples of specific knowledge could be something like the artificial intelligence field that is just now blossoming as we're really curious about it. Or I have a really deep understanding of neuroscience and how to develop nootropic formulas to enhance cognitive skills. Gary is a master hypnotherapist and fluent in the inner workings of the subconscious. Both are specific kinds of topics that other people just don't understand on a deep level, but want to. So what was the key to gaining this knowledge? What was the key? Think about it. It was passion. Everything that I've listed and every one I've listed had a passion for the knowledge, to glean that knowledge, to learn, absorb, read, study, watch and documentaries, whatever the case may be. They had a passion. They loved it. So when we say follow your passion, that's exactly what we mean. It doesn't always lead to great money, but it can. History has shown that the reason those who became obsessive about something, the studying, the reading, the learning, was for their own genuine intellectual curiosity. It was their joy. It's not to get a degree, although it helped. Not to make money, although it's nicer. Not to impress your friends, although they may be. But because you're going to end up being better than anyone else, rather because you want to learn, you want to be better because it's your passion. So why does this make such a difference? Tell me in the comments, why does this make such a difference? Why does your passion make such a difference? Why would doing what you're excited about, what you're passionate about, why does that make a difference? Give me your ideas in the comments. I'm really curious to see if we're all on the same page here. All right, cool. All right, so you're right. It's the emotion. It's the emotion that passion creates and intensifies. And as we've said for years, emotion is the octane of the universe. It's what drives your thoughts through the matrix into the universe and gets reflected back. So I really believe that you should only read and engage in activities that you genuinely enjoy. Let go, please let go of the distractions. especially the habitual ones. They create mindless lemmings for others to control. You should cultivate your intellectual obsessions, your passions, without any actual goal. And you may be surprised when you look back and connect the dots later that one of them developed into an important project or a business. One of the hallmarks of this specific knowledge is that it will feel like play to you, but it'll look like work to others. You ever had somebody say, Kevin, you really enjoy your work? No, my reply is, that's because it's not work. It's just what I enjoy. That's the difference. So the second is you need to take on accountability. Accountability means taking risks by branding with your own name, such as eponymous companies like the Oprah Company, or whatever you may think of him before he became president. Trump was all about stamping his name on everything. And then there's Kanye West, Jay-Z, Steve Jobs, Michael Jordan, and of course, as I said earlier, Elon Musk. Although he doesn't brand his name to his companies, he's out there promoting, defending, and challenging norms. These people use their names everywhere that they go because they're passionate. But that also has a downside, meaning that if you do something stupid or horrible in public, your time's up, probably forever. Because if you screw up, you're screwing up in public. But we're not going to focus on that, okay? But you want to level up and use your name and use your accountability. So maybe you're not interested in going this big. That's great too. Because when it comes to growing, well, we live in an age of teamwork, and obviously a lot of great work is done by teams, by employees. But even within a company like a startup, or founders and managers are always looking for people who will take on accountability. It says a lot about an individual's character. So accountability is a big piece of it. You're never going to get paid what you're worth if you don't take on the accountability for yourself, for your product, for your service, for your company, for your passion. And then the third is you need to have leverage. And this is the most important of these three, because leverage is increasingly found in our society. And there's basically three forms of leverage, and which is people working for you. That's labor. And that's been around for forever. So in my 30 years of management, I can attest that labor is the worst form of leverage. It just takes way too much effort to manage people. You're basically paying or playing, psychiatrist or babysitter. There's so much politics and emotions that are involved in managing all of these people and all these different variables. Some people love it. And if you love it, that's cool. Okay. It's just not as efficient. It's expensive and it's hard to do. Some people are absolute gods at this. They're so good at it. It's their passion. They love doing it. And that said, if you want to build the biggest fortunes or the most wealth, it has to be in your repertoire. There's a lot of misconceptions that go into in the labor leverage. People say there's no such thing as a 10x engineer, but there is. There's actually 100x engineers. There's actually 1,000x engineers in intellectual disciplines. There are massive variances. Pareto distributed, which is the 80-20, but not the normal distribution. For those of you who know the distribution curves, of course. Another fallacy is to hire people who are smarter than you. Well, why would someone smarter than you go to work for you? The only way that this actually works is to hire them when they're really young and inexperienced and relatively exploit them for a year or two before they figure out that they actually are smarter than you, and then they'll move on. More importantly, you also have to be really good at what you do. Otherwise, people aren't going to work for you. But if you hire those who are different than you, that's the secret sauce. Because the strength in a team lies in their differences, different experiences, ideas, different philosophies, expertise, and tolerances. All of this providing that the passions are still in alignment. Then next, you can use capital. Let's say you make a trade in the stock market, whether it's a trade you make with $100 or $1 million. Even though it took the same brain power to come to that trade, it makes a huge difference. Now you've magnified in the latter case by a factor of 10,000. Well, how did you do that? That's capital leverage. And the problem of both capital leverage and labor leverage is that they're permission-based. Somebody has to give you the money, somebody has to agree to work for you. And they take time to get, and they take effort to get. So the things that bring us to the last form of leverage is the most powerful form of leverage behind all the newly rich over the last decade, at least, which is product leverage. Product leverage comes from building a product, and if the product has no marginal cost of replication, in other words, you can stamp out more copies without having to incur exponential costs, that's the best form of leverage. Product leverage ranges from code, where you can create a phone or a Facebook apps like this one. We're all on Mark Zuckerberg's piece of code here, and he's massively leveraged it, all while not even being here. It's probably over in Hawaii on the island he's on. It all comes from creating media content like what we do, creating a podcast, and that gets stamped out. It can come back from a book. It can come from products that all appeal to the masses. Intellectual property is always the best, with generally the lowest costs. So fundamentally, what you want to do is put yourself in a situation where you take your specific knowledge that you've developed over the years, without even trying the things that you're good at that other people are naturally bad at. And because you got here by following your own passions, you add accountability, you put your name on it, you brand it, take some tempered risks, then employ every form of leverage, capital, labor, and products and code. The net result is that you've productized yourself. What you end up doing is you end up with a business or career that is simply an extension of who you uniquely are. And nobody can beat you at that, because it's just you. And if you like what you're hearing, drop the hashtag bootcamp in the comments, and you can learn to solve these problems, crystallize your vision, level up your passion, and find coherence in all of this. Because establishing the enlightened entrepreneur's insight in business and life requires a deliberate and conscious approach to decision-making and action-taking. So here's some key steps to embody the enlightened entrepreneur's insight in both the dimensions of your reality. So get ready to buckle up, because we're about to embark on a transformative journey one more time. So get that notebook out. At some point, you may find yourself standing in front of a mirror, reflecting on what you've achieved. But we're not just talking about the surface here. We're diving deep into the metaphorical mirror that reflects the choices and the actions that we take in our businesses and lives. It's time to unleash the power of self-awareness and see what's really going on. Self-awareness it's like hitting the pause button and taking a moment to reflect. It's about checking the patterns in your choices and actions and celebrating the wins. Acknowledge the progress that you've made, but you don't forget to embrace the failures too. They're like hidden gems of growth and improvement. So let's get real. This whole introspection thing requires some compassion. We're not here to judge. We're here to understand. This is your chance to embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. As you gaze into the mirror of self-awareness, what insights do you see? Take a moment to reflect. What changes are needed for a more empowered future for yourself? Let the mirror reveal where your choices align with your goals and values, and celebrate those moments. Let them be your guiding light. Don't be shy, and don't shy away from the areas that need some fine-tuning. Embrace them like opportunities for growth. The reflections in your mirror might reveal imperfections. But hey, that's part of the journey. Use those insights to adjust your course, build your strength, and conquer your challenges like the rock star that you really, really are. So let's embark on this incredible journey together. So brace yourself for some interactive exercises, mind-blowing discussions, and the occasional aha moment. Let's dive deep. So we're not just here to talk about theory. We're going to explore some self-awareness that can fuel your entrepreneurial fire, supercharge your decision-making skills, and turbocharge those relationships and that life-changing stuff. Okay, so that all sounds good because that's what our challenge is all about. Drop that hashtag bootcamp because we go really deep there. So together, we're creating a ripple effect of self-awareness that'll reach far beyond this virtual room. We're transforming the way you see yourself, your business, and the entire world around you. Can you feel that? Can you feel that power? It's pretty amazing. It's very, very amazing. But again, this isn't just about theory and techniques because you are feeling it. Think about your personal stories and your real life triumphs and your failures and everything in between. Move yourself, get motivated, and get yourself inspired through these journeys. Understand what they're about. Understand that they are a teaching tool. That's why we believe it's so powerful to read autobiographies and other books on success and business and growth and spirituality and personal development. Because you're taking in and gleaning from those golden nuggets that are simply going to be added to your own nuggets and creating this amazing life. It's not too late. Self-awareness is the key that unlocks your boundless potential. It's the compass that guides you towards a life of purpose and fulfillment and limitless success in all of your business endeavors. Embracing your true power and making an impact that ripples throughout the world, throughout the matrix, throughout your life for generations, if you choose. But even if you want to do this on more of a micro level, just your life, and I just I don't want that stress and all that kind of stuff. That's cool. That's your decision. And I'm cool with it. And you should be cool with it. But make the decision. Don't just accept what is handed to you. Because I'll pretty much guarantee that whoever is handing things to you is keeping the lion's share. And that's something you can accept, or you can say, you know what, I think I want a bigger piece of that pie. I want to dream bigger. I want to create a reality that surpasses my wildest imagination. Okay, it's going to be a roller coaster. There'll be a lot of self-discovery, a lot of transformation, but it's going to be pure awesomeness. So are you ready? So picture this. You're standing on the edge of a vast ocean, mesmerized by the rhythmic ebb and flow of the waves. Each wave, seemingly significant on its own, merges with the next, creating a force that can move mountains. That's the power of the cumulative effect, the magic that happens when small actions ripple and gather over time. In the realm of business and life, it's easy to get caught up in the allure of the overnight success. I worked with a very wealthy man that said, yeah, it took me 20 years to create an overnight success. We get caught up in that. And it's like, wow. I said, that really kind of brought me back to grounded me. It's, the shiny promises of instant transformation. And let me tell you a secret. The real game changer lies in embracing the cumulative effect. It's about understanding that the choices and the actions that you make every single day, no matter how small, carry tremendous weight in shaping your ultimate destiny. Have you ever heard the analogy that the special forces and the Marines use? Is that about making your bed every morning? It's the cumulative effect. No, I have to make my bed every single day. So I'm starting my day complete. I'm not starting my day leaving something dangling and undone, because it'll just kind of work back here over and over and over. You make your bed, you make your bed, you make your bed, you make your bed. And it accumulates. All these little things, they accumulate. Either get them done or let them go. You see, success isn't a lightning bolt that strikes out of the blue. It's the result of consistent, purposeful steps taken day in and day out. It's the commitment to showing up, giving your best, and trusting the power of compound. So let go of the notion that one grand event will alter the course of your business or your life forever. Instead, shift your focus to the small, seemingly mundane actions that, when multiplied over time, become the building blocks for greatness. Because when that grand event happens and you don't have a foundation to set it upon, in many cases, it will deteriorate. It will fall. It will crumble because you weren't ready for it. So celebrate those tiny victories. That extra hour spent honing your craft, the genuine connections nurtured, the risks taken despite the fear. They may seem insignificant in the moment, but their impact is immeasurable. And here's the key. The key is consistency. Consistency is the fuel that ignites the cumulative effect. It sparks that octane for the universe. It's about showing up when the odds are against you, persisting when others give up, and trusting the process of incremental progress, like drops of water filling a bucket. Each addition adds to the cumulative force that propels you towards your goals. So let me be clear. Embracing the cumulative effect doesn't mean you have to slave away tirelessly. It's about finding that sweet spot where progress meets sustainable effort. It's about designing your routines and your habits and your rituals in a way that aligns with your vision. By integrating small, consistent actions into your daily life, you will create a powerful momentum that propels you forward, inch by inch, towards the success that you desire, the success that you design. So let's make a pact today to embrace the cumulative effect. Let's shift our focus from seeking quick fixes and instant gratification to committing ourselves to the power of incremental progress, and trust that every step you take, no matter how small, accumulates and compounds, opening doors to boundless opportunities and business growth. Because as we journey together through these live stream classes, we've explored strategies that maximize the cumulative effect, believe it or not. If you've been with us for the 4 years that we've been doing this, every single live stream has had a cumulative effect. We designed them that way. One works on top of the other. And you can watch them in reverse, it doesn't matter. They still are designed to have that cumulative effect. It's not the size of the wave that determines its impact. It's the cumulative force behind it. Embrace the power of that effect and let it guide you towards a future that surpasses your wildest dreams. One last analogy. Imagine you're standing in the heart of a dense forest, surrounded by towering trees that have weathered the test of time. Each tree has its roots firmly planted on the ground, providing stability and anchoring against the storms that may come its way. And just like these trees, your core values and principles act as the roots that ground you in the ever-changing landscape of the matrix. In the realm of business and life, it's easy to get swept away by external influences, societal expectations, and the clamor of competing voices. But amidst this chaos, your core values and principles act as your compass. They're a guiding light that illuminates the path and helps you make decisions that are aligned with your true self. So it's time to define your core values and your principles. So ask yourself, what matters most to you? What do you stand for? And reflect on the qualities that you hold dear and beliefs that drive you, and the virtues that you aspire to embody. These are the building blocks of your moral compass and the essence of your authentic self. All right, so that's our stream for today. And be sure to catch us on YouTube at just put in the search at Infinity Matrix, and it'll bring you right to our page. You can see all of our replays there. Every single one of them. There's over 200 videos there. All of them are strong, really, really good content. And you could we could make a whole course out of just the YouTube live videos. So do that. Again, we have the Beyond Business Mastery starting June 6th. If you're interested in that, put in a hashtag bootcamp, The link is just about ready. And once it's there, we will send that over to you in a DM if you put down bootcamp, if you're interested. And, think about this. So, think about your core values and the principles. Think of them as a lighthouse in the stormy sea. How they provide clarity and direction, allowing you to navigate the tumultuous waters with confidence. And when faced with difficult choices or challenging situations, you consult your values and let them guide you towards the path that aligns with your higher purpose. These are things that we do in the Beyond Business Mastery. It's really incredible. And the people that have gone further, we just got something from one of our students that just blew my mind. How good she feels compared to when she started. And she sent a photo. I didn't even recognize her. I really didn't. I have to admit, I'm just like, oh my God, she looks amazing. It just, when all these little pieces, when they all start to coalesce and come together, and you get that real good clarity, and you define yourself, and you define yourself on purpose, for a purpose. That's the missing piece. That's how manifestation works. Because if there is ambiguity there, and you're not quite sure, you're not quite clear, manifestation can't work. Because it doesn't know what you want. You must live that clarity, embody that clarity, and make sure that your thoughts all reflect that clarity. Your thoughts, your words, your actions, let them be that driving force behind your interactions. Your relationships and your business endeavors, they're intertwined, they're entangled. So many of us think that everything is just only in its own little box. And there's very, very few people that can do that. Because at some point they will intertwine. So instead of trying to live 3 different lives or 4 different lives or 5 different types of lives, live one that are all interconnected, reinforcing the other. That's how you manifest. That's how you create an empowered business. Because everything is working together. It's a team. And that team is all aligned with each other. I could go on and on and on, but we're going to be running out of time. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. As I said, we'll circle back and check on some of your comments. And as I said, drop that hashtag bootcamp, and we will see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.